Hello there gang, DD DeVere here for another Past Blast. As we recently looked at Titanic, an adventure out of time very recently, I thought we'd go to the other end of the universe and have another look at a different Titanic, the Starship Titanic. An adventure game by Douglas Adams, no less. So what we shall do is start a new game, but I shall use the power of video editing to skip the quite lengthy and not particularly needed introduction. So I shall see you guys in game. So, we're now finally in game. Well, finally for me, instantly for you guys and gals. So this is Starship Titanic. It's of course an odd combination of point and click adventure and text adventure. So down here we have our pet, our personal electronic thing. It uses our sort of interface of point and clicking, saving, editing, etc. Navigation is proper old school. As you can see, you move to where you can go and click the go there arrow. So we're on the Starship Titanic, a ship that can't go wrong, except for, of course, everything has. It's crewed by robots. And they're all on the fritz as well. We'll talk about that particular issue in a minute, so let's get the actual game started.
Welcome, guest number, 1, to the most glamorous galactic cruise ship experience in the whole of the space-time continuum, the Starship Titanic, the ship that cannot possibly go wrong. Ha! My name's Drubish, Marcinta Drubish. I am the desk bot. Do you have a reservation?
So this is the interactive part where you have to type directly to your robots.
I thought not. But I see that Fentable thinks we should take you on board. Ha! Soft-hearted fool. I don't see that you're going to be any help. As far as I'm concerned, you're just a freeloader. Ah, well.
Better get you checked in. What sort of breakfast would you like in the morning? Continental or the full porky?
Oh, well, it's got to be a full porky.
Huh, good choice. Newspaper? The Baronton Bugle? The trumpet? Saxophone? Kazoo?
Oh, goes without saying for the kazoo.
Okay.
Love the cartoons
How do you
in
like
it.
your room? With a view? Okay. Corner or balcony? Come on, only you know. Which? Corner or balcony?
Oops, I spelled it wrong.
Good choice. Bed. Imperial? Royal? Presidential? Despotic?
Well, I'm British, so of course it's imperial.
Good choice. Fish?
Thought so.
Separate or ensuite? Separate or ensuite?
Oh, that's my... Again, you need to be fairly accurate on the spellings in this game.
Good. Well, you certainly won't like the room you've got then. You've been assigned to Supergalactic Traveler Class.
Elevator 1, floor 32, room 17.
And don't come whining to me for upgrades, because you won't get one. Craig!
Bellbot, to the embarkation lobby.
Hi, I'm Craig. I'm your bellbot today. Hey, I see you're not carrying any luggage. That's great. I can take a little time off right away. And I see your supergalactic traveler class, so I guess you can find your own way to your room. The door's over there. The elevator's round someplace. Relax, stay cool, enjoy.
So obviously, yes, the game is written by Douglas Adams. However, there is also a book based on this, a much more expansive book, and that was actually written by Terry Jones of Monty Python fame.
Bing bong. We regret to announce that the ship is hurtling out of control through hyperspace. Any passengers with insurance queries, please refer to your ticket vendor.
Who, of course, as you're about to hear, does some voice acting within the game.
Call this a bleeding maiden voyage? More like a bleeding disaster, if you ask me. Whoa, what do we hit now? What do we hit now? Oh, bang! Oh, there we go again! Hit something else now, have we? What do you expect if a ship's got no brain? No point talking to me, Buster. I don't do small talk. Got more important things on my mind. Parrot things. Stuff you wouldn't know about. Not fit for human contemplation. Oi, stop it. I'm standing on that. Leave it alone. You are an incredibly rude person. I'll pet you. I'll screech. I'll behave abominably. You think you've seen Abominable, but you haven't. You wait till I do Abominable. Squawk! Oi!
Let's have that.
You person! Stop it! I shall screech! Screech! Oh, screech! Don't say anything, will you?
You want suck?
Screech!
I suck.
Screech!
You want blow?
Screech!
I blow.
Screech!
You want intellectual disputation? I got a big belch.
Not fast enough! Ooh.
So not only did it have Terry Jones as a voice actor, but there's also John Cleese does some voice acting within the game. So passengers of your class are not permitted to enter this area. So that's your first, or one of your missions, is to get yourself upgraded to different classes. And you also need to find out what's gone wrong with the ship and try and fix it, which is done by finding parts of the ship's computer that are scattered around the place and then putting it back together and piecing together the story, which you do by a combination of point and click and text adventures with the passengers in my class are still not allowed in here. Oops, a bit sensitive this turning system. Yeah, and the talking issues. So, obviously, humour-wise, the game's, as you can imagine, fairly decent if you like Adams's work, which luckily I do. In fact, it's probably its biggest selling point, because it's fair to say this game is going to require a lot of lateral thinking. In fact, I'll be quite honest with you, the only reason I completed it in the past was with the help of a walkthrough. Is that the elevator we need? There's my ticket. Elevator 1. Which one did we say that one was again? Can't remember which one. That is outside elevator 2. Right, elevator 1. Which one was that? Oh, see, this is just a downside with this old navigation system. Back this way again then. Yes, lateral thinking. Lots of it. If it's anyone who's played The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the old point and click adventure, will realise that Douglas Adams does do a somewhat obtuse levels of puzzle solving at times. And this is no exception. Oh, I managed to miss elevator 1. It was over that side after all. I mean, the graphics for the time are alright, I suppose. The pre-rendered scenes. But it also leads to one of the other oddities with this game. Sometimes it will launch perfectly like this. Other times the launch is windowed, and I've not quite figured out why. Unfortunately, that's not the only technical issues And what floor did I need to go to when I get in there? Floor 32. Right. Let's summon the elevator. That's the one. So of course we now meet the lift bot.
Good day to you, Sir Madam Orthing, and a great deal better than some of the days we've been having recently. Indeed, my old trouble has quite cleared up, so that it will be a pleasure to attend to your vertical transportation requirements. Floor 32, at your service, sir.
Yes, I know obviously you should say 42, shouldn't you? But we shan't for now. See, unfortunately, this is one of the biggest problems I've encountered with this version of the game.
Here is your floor, sir.
Now, the original was somewhat buggy, but this version seems to be even worse. The amount of times I've had it crash when, unfortunately, using the computer here to talk to the bots, which is quite an integral part of the game. Now, did we say we needed to go? 32... Elevator room 17. Alright, which one's this? Oh, no, I'll just try and find the check thing on it. Which one was it? No, I meant to go back out again. Try and get a look at around the place. Alright, come on, where's the look up button? Let's say, so even here, finding your room is a massive puzzle at times in itself. Right, so we said it was room 17. So this one was... Try and mouth out room numbers now. I'm sure it was under the little indicator. It's just called the elevator. Sure there's a number indicator. I mean, I already know it's going to be one of the rooms up there. Oh, hang on. Where's the... All very Gilliam-like, which is unfortunate because he had nothing to do with this. For the life of me, I cannot remember how to figure out which is my door number now. Sergeant class, which we're on here, floor 32, which we're on, elevator 1, which we did, room 17. Oh, I'll click on it first. So it's that one there. No. See, this old school navigating is not the most fluid. It's also going to be quite a bit of a slow-paced game between waiting for the bots to talk to you. So it's number 3. Strange combination of point and click and text adventure. But yeah, unfortunately...
Congratulations! You may have already won an upgrade. Please turn to Channel 3 for details.
So even now, to get your bed out and to get to that television, you have to click all these different things in fairly specific order. To be able to get to lay down on the bed. So, yeah, there's a lot of Adams's obtuseness in solving puzzles in this. Right, it's not that one. Is it this one? I think it'd be that one there. Or maybe not. Right, so something else first. Oh, which ones? No. No, I'm pretty sure it's the other one you had to open first. Possibly, possibly not. Yes, so... it's not a very fast-paced game. It probably helps if you're a fan of Douglas Adams' work to get the humour. But it is incredibly obtuse. Oh, hang on, was it? Luckily, there's a... where we were talking to Parrot, there's a TV in there. We'll go do it that way. It's a lot easier. You will need the other staterooms that you get to later on. But luckily, you don't need them right now. And that's, I mean, it's just... where's the button to get out of here again? Ah, of course, it's where it was 5 minutes ago. So yes, it's a tough one to call. This game, it's quite buggy. Let's say the biggest bug. Oh, I'm waiting for that one. Yeah, it's quite buggy, and unfortunately, especially.
Morning, or whatever.
Just gone with it.
Yes, sir. Top of the well it is.
There's can be quite a lot of dialogue with some of these bots, but yeah, this is one of the biggest problems. Is sometimes interacting with them and talking to them will crash the game. So I suggest you put a save in just before you need to talk to them, because as you question them, they will.
Sir. From here you can walk to your requested destination.
They will give you clues, but you have to figure out how to word it. As you've seen earlier on, the spelling sometimes can be very specific about that. Is it this one again? No, the other way. And of course, there's always different bots and things to meet as you go along. So yeah, it's if you're really after a deep thought type game.
Shut up! There's enough noise around here with me squawking all the time without you joining in as well.
Now, it was Channel 3, wasn't it? Channel 6? Should have... Oh, that way. Right, now heading in the right direction.
Bloody Gogglebox! 57 channels and nothing to watch!
Did it not say Channel 3 for the...
No chickens!
I'll worry about that later. So I think we'll just about conclude our dealings here.
Then, Buster. Missing you already, I don't think. Ha!
Yes, in case I didn't mention it, by the way, the book itself was written by Terry Jones. That's related to the game. And it's a bit more of a... it's Terry Jones, you know, it's going to be slightly more of an adult humour to it. Certainly more so than Douglas Adams's. But anyway, yes, we'll conclude our dealings here, gang. It's definitely showing its age in the way of interface and sort of the interaction, to sort of trying to cross between point and click and text adventure. It also has a lot of the obtuse style puzzles. You could be here for quite a while scratching your head. Like I say, I had to use very first time I ever completed it, I had to use a walkthrough. I would not have got it without one. Not at all. Douglas Adams is obviously a lot more of a cleverer chap than I am, that's for sure. So, but there's the voice acting of Terry Jones, as well as the other characters. It's all pretty well done. There's some good humour in here. They've got John Cleese. So, you know, there's obviously those sort of curio points as well, which, you know, makes it a bit more interesting. But it is the technical issues. There's a few bugs in-game, so I do recommend saving quite often. There's quite a bit of ship to explore when you start getting into the different areas, as you get higher up through the passenger levels and such, and complete more of the game. So you do get a lot of game here, which is a good thing. But you definitely want to be a committed point-and-click style fan, I'd suggest for this one. With the willingness to save every time you go to talk to a bot or do anything, could be recommended. It's a shame these issues haven't been sorted out with this modern port of the game, really, in all honesty, but there we go, it is what it is. Not the sort of game that's going to be for everyone's taste. So anyway, all, thanks for watching the video. I hope you found it useful and entertaining in some way. Me making a blithering idiot of myself, trying to figure out how to get into a door was most of the video, so and I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.